Okay. Councillors, have your attention please. I'd like to open the meeting and welcome everyone to the statutory meeting of Council for the 18th of November 2024. I will commence the meeting with the prayer. Almighty God, be with us as we work for the people of the Shire of Moorabool. Grant us wisdom that we may care for the Shire as true stewards of your creation. May we be aware of the great responsibilities placed upon us. Help us be just in all our dealings, and may our work prosper for the good of all. Amen. I would like to do the acknowledgement of country councillors. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting. I pay my respects to their elders past and present, and the Aboriginal elders of other communities who may be here today. Councillors, as you might be aware, this meeting is being recorded, and in accordance with our governance rules, it will be live streamed as well. Councillors, I do not believe we have any apologies for tonight's meeting. I think everybody is here, what I can see. Councillors, on a conflict of interest, does any councillor have a conflict of interest on any item on the agenda today? No. Thank you all. I'll move on to the business of tonight. Councillors, we've now moved to the business listed in the agenda. The first item is to receive the former Mayor's report. And the former Mayor, I would invite Councillor Ali Manari to present her report on the November 2023 to October 2024 mayoral term.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you, councillors. As my role of Mayor for the Moorabool Shire Council has come to a close, I want to take this opportunity to reflect on what an incredible privilege it has been to serve our community. I have sought to lead with honour, professionalism and integrity. I truly feel that Moorabool is on the right path for continued success. Together we have laid a strong foundation for the future, and I am confident in the direction our Shire is heading. One of the key principles I've embraced during my time in this role is the need to stay in our lane and park politics at the door. By focusing on what truly matters, serving the people of Moorabool, we have been able to make real progress. It is my hope that this approach continues to guide our council in years to come. As Moorabool residents, we truly do live in a beautiful part of the world, positioned perfectly with so much at our fingertips. We are a fast-growing Shire, and with growth comes opportunity, as well as challenges. We must be ready to meet the needs of our expanding community, to plan for the future and to ensure that Moorabool remains the wonderful place we love to call home. As councillors, we all work for the people of Moorabool, the very people who put us in these chairs. I have enjoyed many residents reaching out, sharing their thoughts and engaging in active discussions about the passion we all share for this incredible region. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge my fellow councillors. It has been a privilege to work alongside with you all. Each of you bring unique strengths, perspectives, dedication to this council, and together we have achieved so much for Moorabool. Whether it's improving infrastructure, enhancing community spaces, or advocating for our region, the work we've done together has been a testament to the power of collaboration. Thank you for your hard work, your passion, and your unwavering commitment to our community. I would also like to extend my gratitude to our CEO, Mr. Derek Madden, and to all the executive officers for their support and hard work this year. To the manager of the CEO's office, Di, thank you for everything. And of course, to all the Moorabool Council staff, thank you for continuing to do an amazing job throughout this Shire. Your dedication and effort do not go unnoticed, and it's been an honour to work with such a passionate team. I've always believed that without the support of your loved ones, you are only half the person you could be. So to my wife, Sammy, and to our children, to my family, to my parents and great friends, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for the support, encouragement and love you have shown. You have been my rock throughout this journey, and I couldn't have done it without you. And lastly, to the new councillors that have been successful for the next term of council. I look forward to getting to know you and working together to achieve great things. As I step away from this role, I look forward to continuing to contribute as a passionate councillor, to to continue to be available to our residents and to also support the new leadership as they build on the progress we've achieved together. Thank you all for this remarkable opportunity. I am deeply grateful and I will always cherish this chapter of my life. Thank you.
Councillors, I have a recommendation that the former Mayor's report for the mayoral term November 2023 to October 2024 be received. I'm asking for that to be moved. Councillor Berry and Councillor Bingham. Thank you. Councillors, I now call on any councillor who wishes to express their appreciation to the outgoing Mayor and our Deputy Mayor for their term in the office. Councillors, Councillor Berry.
Thanks, Mr Chair. Councillor Ali Manari, it has been clear to me that you have taken your role as a Mayor seriously and you have done what you believe was right in all decisions. Thank you for leading a professional, respectable council throughout your year as Mayor. You are a person of high integrity and a role model of how I see one should conduct themselves as a Mayor and a councillor. It has been a pleasure assisting you at times throughout the year. Congratulations on a job well done. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me begin by saying the past 4 years have been a pleasure with great cooperation and support amongst the councillors who have prided themselves on behaving in a manner in line with community expectations, and I think that's due to the strong leadership, initially under Councillor Sullivan and certainly under Councillor Manari over the last 12 months. That previous council can be proud that it adhered to a high ethical standards and demonstrated its commitment to serving the public interest. The role of Mayor is critical in ensuring the effective and orderly conduct of council in performing its business in a civil and respectful manner, and Mayors are seen in the community as representing the council as a whole. And Ali, you can be proud that in performing your role as Mayor, you brought great credit to the Marlborough Shire Council. Your word was your bond, and your decisions were always well researched and informed. You're a person of great morals, integrity, principle and honesty, and it was a pleasure to serve under you. Well done.
Thank you. Councillor Ward. Councillor Sullivan.
Thank you, Mr CEO. It's a very hard act to follow with my two fellow councillors, and I support in every way everything that they've done. But I'd just like to personally congratulate Councillor Manari as Mayor and the year that was, as they say, professionalism at all occasions and the way she conducted herself in council and at council, always in a positive and proactive light, out in the community, meeting members of the public, the politicians, and advocating always for the communities of Moorabool, and I think that's a positive thing. And at the end of the day, that's what we're all here to represent, as the communities across Moorabool Shire. And I believe Councillor Manari has always sought to advance the communities and to ensure that we move forward and build upon what we've done and going forward. So once, congratulations and well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Sullivan. Just on a personal level, I would like to thank Councillor Manari as well. I think my office can get a little bit grey and a little bit boring on a lot of occasions, and when Ali came in it was always a bit more colourful, which was very appreciative, and the support she's shown to me and to the officers over the last year has been excellent. And from my point of view, I'll miss our weekly catch-ups, but I think from my point of view, it's been a very successful year, so thank you for everything on behalf of the organisation. And we do have a little gift as our measure of our appreciation. Councillors, we will now move to determining the term of the office of the Mayor. So, Councillors, I'm seeking a motion to appoint the Mayor for a one-year period. I'm looking for a mover and a seconder. Councillor Berry and Councillor Sullivan. All those in favour? Thank you. It's carried. So, councillors, we now move to the reason we're probably all here this evening is for the election of the mayor, and I will now call for nominations. Councillor Ward.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Moira Berry.
Councillor Berry, do you accept that nomination?
Yes, I'm happy to accept that. Thank you, Chair.
Okay. Any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Councillor Paul Tatchell.
Councillor Tatchell, do you accept that nomination?
Thank you, Mr. CEO. Yes.
Okay. Any other nominations? Gone? So, councillors, we have two nominations for the role. So we have Councillor Ward has nominated Councillor Berry. So, councillor, I will put each vote to a vote, and we do have 9 councillors, so it should be a straight vote. So, councillors, by a show of hands, please indicate your vote for Councillor Berry, as Councillor Berry was nominated first. I will take my time on this if that is okay. So. And for Councillor Tatchell? With an absolute majority of votes, 5 votes, I do declare Councillor Tatchell as elected for Mayor for the term 24-25. Thank you. Okay. So, councillors, we will suspend for a second while Councillor Tatchell goes and gets the mayoral robes on. Thank you.
Councillors, I deliberately didn't speak when the previous mayor was being congratulated because I wanted to make some comments that she would be an incredibly hard act to follow. And I think in terms of mayors, I'll be fairly bland in terms of adding colour to the Shire and a bit of vibrance, which we hadn't seen for a while. So I do congratulate the previous mayor and acknowledge that it'll be very difficult to follow in those footsteps from the point of view of what I've just said. Councillors, we head into tough times, there's no doubt. We read about it in the papers every day that both our other governments are spending money like a flotilla of drunken sailors, and probably will be paying the bill for that for a very long time, which has put a lot of pressure on peri-urban and rural councils. And as we head into a federal election, which will probably be in May, I'd suggest that we hit the ground running and try and make the best of a bad situation in terms of how we gain funds. And that's probably a lot of pressure on the new councillors, and probably a fair bit of pressure on the old councillors to try and make every post a winner and every opportunity to get to sell Moorabool and the virtues of Moorabool to try and get some grant money back in the system. We've gone through a big build period over a number of years where we've done a lot of things that were probably in the making of a lot of previous councillors, and there's been a lot of work done by previous councillors to actually get to that point. And a lot of that credit goes to the CEO and the previous CEO, one for stability and the other for growth, to actually get us to this point. But we are heading into a government recession, and I'd encourage all councillors to work together, work with me over this year, and let's try and make every post a winner, and hopefully at the end of this year we'll have achieved a desired outcome for all the residents of the Moorabool Shire. So thank you. Right, we better get back into it. So here we are at item 7.5, the determination to elect a deputy mayor. Councillors, the council should now resolve whether it's to make an appointment to the office of deputy mayor for what period. Therefore, councillors, do I have a motion that council establish an office of deputy mayor for a period of 1 year? Moved by Councillor Bingham, seconded by Councillor Ward. All those in favour? No, I speak against it. You speak against it, sorry. I didn't see you in there.
I'll speak against it, Mr Mayor.
Righto. So I'll go to you, Councillor Bingham.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I am happy to move the recommendation that Council does adopt the office of Deputy Mayor for a term of 1 year, and that's because the opportunities that it creates for the Deputy Mayor. Now, there is mayoral training offered by the MAV that is not open to councillors, but it is open for a Deputy Mayor, and I believe that a Deputy Mayor under a mayor like yourself, an experienced mayor, I think that whoever is lucky enough to get that role, they'll certainly flourish into a potential future mayor.
Councillor Sullivan.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. The reason that I speak against this motion, I've lived through councils where we've had deputy mayors and ones where we had no deputy mayors. And I think, on balance, I don't think we do need to have a deputy mayor. I think in the absence of the mayor, every other councillor in this room is capable and has the ability to be able to stand in for the mayor. And I also know there's an additional cost for having a deputy mayor, which I don't know whether that's warranted. I think that there's also, it raises the expectation of heir apparent, and I think that's not as it should be. It was raised by my colleague that the ability to gain experience, and if this motion were to fail, I would foreshadow a motion, Mr Mayor, with your indulgence. I just don't think it's... it is true that the mayor and deputy mayor do go to MAV training, but then basically that would exclude, with 9 councillors, 7 others that don't get that training. And the foreshadowed motion that I touch upon is something I think that we need to look at that. So do you want me to foreshadow the motion now, or just...
If you would.
Okay, thank you. My motion would be, if this fails, is the CEO bring back a report on the engagement of a consultant to carry out training of all councillors interested in the future role as Mayor and Deputy Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Ward.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. The previous council had deputy mayors for 3 of the first 4 years. It wasn't regarded as an heir apparent. And I would just point out respectfully, and I stand to be corrected, but I looked at the figures last year. I think there's a 79, Mr CEO, 79 local councils in Victoria, and I think 68 of them had a deputy mayor from memory. And that is quite simply to share the workload. So we were very fortunate in Tom's first 2 years as mayor and the 3rd year when I was mayor that there was a deputy. And if for some reason I was required to attend a function in Ballarat, my deputy could attend a function in Melbourne. It certainly does not exclude other councillors from attending the training. The training opportunities that are provided by the VLGA and the MAV are extraordinary. I would encourage all new councillors to avail themselves of those, but that does also not exclude us not supporting Councillor Sullivan's notice of motion. And I think from experience, and I'm not speaking for our immediate past mayor, the fact that she did not have an appointed deputy made it very difficult for her, and an email would go out to 7 councillors, can someone attend this? And because no one felt obliged to, it made it very, very difficult for Councillor Minari to get the support. So I would encourage you, the Victorian Electoral Commission and the state government has seen fit to establish a deputy mayor role, and it seems to work very, very well in over 90% of our councils.
Are there any other councillors wishing to speak for or against? Yes. Councillor.
Sorry.
Have we got a short?
It's green. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to advocate for the Deputy Mayor for exactly the same reasons. I believe you do need a deputy because, like you say, you end up sending out 7 emails just to find one person, but also it is the training. And I think we've got to look to the future, Moorabool Shire. You've got young ones now starting to come into council, and you need to start getting them trained up so that they can take on the role. They may not automatically get it the following year, but at least they are having the training, and we are putting people in place, councillors in place, to be able to take on that role in the future. And I think that's where it belongs in the future, the young ones coming up to take on those roles. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Any other councillors? Councillor
Can I just ask a question?
Yes.
I believe that you can't do the training for mayor or deputy mayor unless you are elected. Is that correct? So they can't be trained up?
Through the chair, through the official training channel, which is the MAV, that is correct.
Yeah. So you need to be appointed as the mayor and deputy mayor to do that training.
To do that training
Yeah.
with the MAV.
Okay. I actually like the idea of what Councillor Sullivan is suggesting, that if we foreshadow something, then different councillors can have that opportunity to do some of the training in-house. I'm not sure if that would be able to happen. But I know through Councillor Minari's reign of the mayor in this last 12 months that I stepped in for a couple of things throughout the year and had that little bit of experience with no training. Sometimes it can be daunting. That was only for a couple of times. I believe Councillor Minari was available for pretty much most. I don't recall receiving an email to attend an event that Councillor Minari couldn't attend. She pretty much attended everything possible. So for that reason, the monetary factor for the Deputy Mayor is an awful lot of money that I think could be put into something else in the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Berry. Anyone else wish to speak? Yes, Councillor Kerr.
I'll be advocating for a Deputy Mayor for all the reasons that my colleague Councillor Freeman mentioned, but also there's no training like on-the-job training, and I think you get a far better concept of the mayoral role if you're not only having the in-house training but also on-the-job training.
Thank you, Councillor Kerr. Anyone else wish to speak? No? Would you like to close the discussion, Councillor Bingham?
Thank you, Mr Mayor. And I'll just start off by respecting the premise of Councillor Sullivan's foreshadowed motion, because, yes, I agree with you that would be quite fair. But a lot of the arguments that I'm hearing at the moment is all revolving around finances. Yes, the Deputy Mayor is an extra $20,000, but that we don't know whenever this report comes back how much a consultant is actually going to cost us to do the training. So we need to weigh that up. It could end up costing us more than $20,000. We don't know. Yes, again, I reiterate, Councillor Ward, Councillor Freeman, Councillor Keogh, their arguments for a Deputy Mayor, and I urge my fellow councillors to support my motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Bingham.
Just a question, if I may, Mr.
Yes, indeed.
I didn't touch upon it. I think the issue, I would like this Mr CEO to perhaps just give us an estimate of what it might cost to have some in-house training, approximately. I'm not holding him down to it. We're not going to tender, but if it was possible just to sort of give us an indicative figure so councillors may be appraised of that.
Mr CEO.
Through the chair, I suppose there's two figures. One is if you were just to hire an ex-governance professional or somebody who's in that area, and you're not going through a training firm, you're probably looking at about $2,000, $2,500 to $2,500 a day. If you're going through a training agency, naturally enough, there's another percentage on top of that, and that could be probably around $3,000, I would imagine.
Councillor Bingham, you have a question?
Through the chair, my question is, you've estimated $2,500 a day. How many for one day? Yeah, that's correct. How many days roughly is this training?
Through the chair, I'd have to defer to one of the councillors who might have done that training in the past. Councillor Minari.
I attended it when I was deputy, and it was half a day.
Thank you. Councillor Ward.
At the MAV, I think, or VLGA, one of them.
The MAV is 1 day, VLGA is 2 days.
Okay, I'll ask the question. How long was it, Councillor Ward? Just so we get on the record. So you did both, or you did one? Or?
You had a choice, I only give the one.
Yeah, right. So you did 1 day or the 2? Yep, no worries. Okay, any other questions? No? So we have a recommendation here, which is probably, we've gone off track a bit really to what the recommendation is, but we'll work with it. So the council established an office of Deputy Mayor and determined, the cheat sheet was handy, we've got to go to this anyway, so. The office of the Deputy Mayor determined that the Deputy Mayor be elected for a period of 1 year. Obviously that may not come into existence, so I'd ask councillors that those in favour of having a Deputy Mayor, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those against? 1, 2, 3. So we will elect a Deputy Mayor. It's passed. Right, so we'll go to that process. Councillors, I now call on nominations for the position of Deputy Mayor for the 24-25 council year. Councillor Bingham. I assume that's...
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I nominate Councillor John Keogh for Deputy Mayor.
Thank you. Councillor Freeman.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Steve Vendetti Taylor for Deputy Mayor.
So we've got Councillor Bingham that has nominated Councillor Keogh. We have Councillor Freeman. Yeah, I'm just reiterating. I'll keep going.
I would nominate Councillor Bingham.
And we have Councillor Sullivan for Councillor Bingham. We have Councillor Berry. Yes.
I'll nominate Councillor Rod Ward.
And we'll nominate Councillor Rod Ward from Councillor Berry. We're running out of people, but there might be another one left in us. No? No. All right. I hope we've got all those written down because I'm not going to remember that. But... So where did we start,
Mr Mayor.
Oh, yes, Councillor Murray.
Sorry, did they all accept?
Oh, well, did everybody accept? Yes, 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 and yes. There we go. Right, so our four, were they in order? Who's first? Councillor Bingham as well, wasn't it? So we don't normally have this many. It's like a roll call.
So, I'll just put each one to a vote.
Okay, we'll start with all those in favour of Councillor Ward, please. Raise your hand. I've got a pen. Thank you. Righto. Thank you. Right, we'll have those in favour of Councillor Vendetti. 2. Those in favour of Councillor Keogh.
No, I'm strange, but
I assume you...
I'll support who I nominate.
You could have voted for yourself.
If
You
don't
vote?
for yourself,
Yeah,
I'll vote for myself.
Right, and we'll... Councillor Bingham. Those in favour of Councillor Bingham. I assume you?
Are you putting your hand on Jared?
Is that Debbie?
No,
Because he's already voted for someone else.
He's already voted.
Yeah.
Mr Mayor, you haven't got a vote. You haven't voted yet, just saying.
Sorry, who hasn't?
You haven't voted yet, just saying.
All right. So you've voted, just to be clear, you've voted for somebody but you've been nominated, is that correct? All right, just to make it terribly interesting, I'll vote for you then, Councillor Bingham.
Thank you, Mr Mayor.
So we have 3 that have 2 votes, which is... so we're going to have to use the box. I feel like the CEO. I don't think we've ever done this before, have we? With the deputy? No. So we need to... We have a box that if you pull the...
We go to the three candidates and then pull.
If we go to the 3 candidates, if you pull out defeated, you're defeated, and of course the third one will be left in. So I'd ask Councillor Ward, I suppose. Yes.
Can we have clarity on that? Because how many people had votes?
Oh, righto. 2, 4, 6, 9.
Sorry, Mr Mayor.
9 altogether.
Just to clarify, so Councillor Bingham voted for Councillor Keogh. So I voted for Councillor Bingham. Who's the second one to vote for? Oh, you did, sorry. That's our 9. So, yeah. We're right. So we'll start with Councillor Ward with the box. So if you pull out a ticket that says no.
So councillors, just to give you some clarity on this one. So what we have is we have 3 candidates. It's Councillor Ward, Councillor Keogh and Councillor Bingham. No, Councillor Vendetti, Councillor Keogh and Councillor Bingham all on 2 votes.
Yes.
Yeah. So the way we work is we put one piece of paper in that says defeated, and then 2 blank pieces of paper into the box. 2. There's only 3 people in total. Then it goes, and then whoever picks out the defeated piece of paper is defeated, and then we go back to everybody will cast their vote again. So does that make sense? I'm happy to take any questions on that.
Councillor Minari had a question.
Sorry, if you could just repeat the councillors again. That were
Oh,
in
right.
the
So
first
just to be
election.
clear, Councillor Ward has 3 votes, and then Councillor Vendetti, Councillor Cow and Councillor Bingham have 2 each. Yes. We do Councillor Ward first, do we? Or
No, Councillor Ward's not in it.
Oh, sorry.
He's got
We'll go.
3 votes.
I think I was doing that deliberately.
Bingham,
Bingham, yes, sorry.
then Councillor Keogh.
Tell me which ones are defeated.
Councillor Keogh.
You don't say till the end.
We still have to do the other one for Councillor. Just to make sure one of them has defeated.
You won't
Yes.
say one.
And then we'll do it again.
Don't say anything.
And then we go back to
Okay, councillors. Am I going to ask who's got the one that's defeated?
It seems that I'm lucky, Mr Mayor.
Councillor Bingham. So Councillor Bingham is excluded now.
So Councillor Bingham is excluded, so we'll go back to, we have to go back to the box, or we just,
Now we go and vote again with the,
Oh, righto, okay.
with the remaining candidates.
yes,
Um,
they won't have to be nominated again, obviously.
No, so you just put a line through Councillor Bingham. So Councillor Bingham, will your vote, you still have a vote, just so we understand.
Righto, so we'll go back to the beginning. All those in favour of Councillor Ward? So we're still at 3. Those in favour of Councillor Vendetti? We have 3. And then we have all those in favour of Councillor Keogh. We have 2. Now, do I vote? We might as well do 3. All right, there we go. So it's 3 apiece. We'll get the box again. And this time we'll have Councillor Ward, Councillor Vendetti and Councillor Keogh.
Right, councillors, this just take a second. Same process again, and then we filter it down to it's Councillor Ward. Councillor Keogh.
Well, didn't you just take the excitement out of it? So, the defeated one, Councillor Keogh. So we'll put a line through you. Right. Now we're back to 2 people. This has got to get easier now, doesn't it? So, righto. So, all those in favour of Councillor Ward for Deputy Mayor? Which is 4. Did I miss one? Sorry.
Councillor Keogh was up and down, so I wasn't sure.
So this is the vote for Councillor Ward. Could I have just a clear show of hands?
4. So then we've got Councillor Vendetti. Show of hands. Don't tell me we've got 4.
Yes.
Interesting. I'll take Councillor Ward. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bob.
Sorry, Steve. Can I make a speech? Well done. Righto. We don't need that box anymore, I hope. So, where are we up to, Chief? Yeah, we've done all that.
Here we are here. Section.
8.1. Perfect. Thank you. Very efficient. Okay, Councillor, up to item 8.1, and this will be the first report tonight on tonight's agenda. It's titled Mayoral and Council Allowances. Councillors, we have a motion. We're looking for a motion. Could someone like to move the recommendation? Councillor Bingham. Do we have a second there? Somewhere? Oh, thank you, Councillor Ward. Any dissent? Those in favour? So carried. Okay, Councillor, up to item 8.2, the second report on tonight's agenda. And this is regarding the framework and the meeting schedules. Councillors, do I have a motion? Could I just ask a question? I think we noted that there needed to be an amendment. I assume that's in there. Is it right on? Was it to allow for a time? It's just a question. Was that right or?
Through the Chair, I haven't been notified of any amendment.
We'll take it as read then. Okay. So where were we again? Councillor Sullivan moved it. We have a seconder. Councillor Minari. Any dissent? Those in favour? So carried. Righto, we'll move on to item 8.3. The third report on tonight's agenda is titled Receipt of Oaths and Affirmation of Office. Councillors, do I have a motion? Will someone move a motion, please? Thank you, Councillor Berry. To move it, Councillor Minari to second it. Any dissent? Those in favour? So carried. This is moving better than the election. All right. Now we're at the meeting closure. Councillors, officers and members of the gallery, that concludes all the business for tonight's statutory meeting of Council. I look forward to working with my fellow councillors, the executive group and the community in achieving our goals and objectives within our council plan. I would like to invite you all to stay and enjoy the hospitality provided tonight. I declare this meeting closed.